inflow even. Some, right? Some, but make it even. So you're pulling in the in-breath in a mindful way, watching the air as it comes in, but mentally affirming hum, and then sa on the out-breath, as your body and mind relax. And then furthermore, he would, after you were comfortable with breathing in like that and breathing out, he would ask us to deepen that breath. And he'd say, now, maybe not even breathe into the nose. We'll do some kriya, some movement, in order to stimulate what? Moksha, the superconscious state, enter that superconscious state. So on the in-breath, as the hum was coming in, he would bring his focus here, not his eyes, his awareness. The breath would come in, but full, deep, like this, like the ocean breath, right? And he would fill up, and then exhale with the sa. I'm only going to ask you to do 3 of those with me. He recommended 14 a day. But even one done with full consciousness can move you right into that superconscious state. We'll work with it, we'll refine it. So he's sitting tall. He puts his hands at his hips. His awareness is here. In America and most of the West, the eyes are straight ahead, I think. Or if you go to the urban areas, there's a lot of the eyes are down. Okay. As yogis, we don't want to look down, and as householders, we've had plenty of time looking this way. Now we take our awareness here, upwards. And then breathing in, we'll use through the nostrils, it's a little easier, so can't breathe that deeply. So breathing in smoothly and evenly into the nostrils, as if into the heart, while keeping your awareness here. And another part of your mind, rest it in love. And don't breathe unless your body wants to breathe. And when it breathes, let it, and as the air comes in, you mentally affirm the mantra from Sri Babji, Om. And exhalation, Sa. As you relax and rest in the love. As we still and just bring our concentrated awareness to the love, that love expands outside of our bodies. Outside of this home. It expands deeply into this community as Master Desire is Sankalpa. Deep into Memphis with our exhalation, sending this Prema from the God of our hearts into expanding out into Memphis. and further out into the state of Tennessee. And bringing Master's divine Prem into the United States, flowing love and Shanti outwards. By Shanti means, of course, peace, but something more. Peace with gratitude. It's something you feel in here. Like, thank you, I'm alive. I have this thing called life. I love it. These are the ways of life my way. Out through North America, through South America, feel that divine love flowing through you as you out to the world. Your life, God's life. And out through our globe, returning to Mother India. Embracing every continent. And of course the ocean, all the creatures, the entire planet. And further out through our solar system. And Master said on our exhalation, expanded out through our galaxy. And he urged us to send it even beyond. Into other dimensions. Until love that was within you as Purusha and the love as Brahman become one. In that oneness, I say welcome. Namaste. Namaskar. Namaskar. So he instructed us to look far, but up with our awareness, and to watch this inner light. And Master said that these lights were friends. He said they're divine beings. So when we pray, he would say, Heavenly Father, divine, friend, beloved, Krishna, God, Christ, Buddha, God of our hearts, saints and sages of all traditions. We welcome your presence here and now. Cleanse us of all impurity of mind and body, that we may enter the mandir of Sri Babji in the spiritual realm, the realm of loving awareness, loving silence. I am loving awareness. Ramana taught us, I. It's all you need. Focus on the I and what's beyond. I is so powerful. Ham is what this means, Ham Sa. When we breathe in, we're going Ham. We're saying I. We're being like Jnana yogis. And he would watch the lights with a sense of joy and open expectation. But he was watching from the state of superconsciousness. His body was still. His mind was quiet. I am, if we add another word to it, which the Yanis hate, they hate that. Well, Yanis don't hate, hate's a bad vibration. They don't like it. I am Aham. The treasure of just being with yourself in this moment, to have that time Babaji gathered you. We think we come from our own choosing and doing, but I had no choice in this, trust me. He takes me where he wills, as Shiva knows. You would sit with a vibration of pure joy, like I see out your faces, like this. You were so deep into that bliss, that joy. Now, one candle lights another, and I believe that the fire of Zoroaster in this room is so strong tonight. I am loving. Of course, I stopped the word at love. I am love. I am loving. Because I love, like a verb, loving awareness. Now for the Yanis, it's all about awareness. They will say, be aware of awareness. Or to be conscious of consciousness. Or to take some time to find out who's sitting here tonight. Who is the perceiver? And where have you been asleep for so long? And now awakening to the truth again. It's true for each of us. We go through these states, no exception. We have alpha states, beta states, delta. We all have like this. When someone says, but no, my guru, you don't understand all the time. So I'll say it. What if they came to me and said, oh, my guru, they're depressed all the time? Depressed? But all the time. I don't want to be awake all the time. All the time. I don't want to be daydreaming all the time. I want to have that, like you do, that sense of control as householders. You want to integrate it. That was Lahiri's message. And that's one of the reasons Master sent me to the West as well, as to create male and female presence, but one of love. Not we're together. We share. We have romance. We share our romance. We share our love. And love is all we have. All of our teachings have brought us to that one truth for me. The only thing worthy of feeling is love. Yes, I can sit in silence. But Master taught me the joy of sitting in love and in the moment. And when I see your smiling faces, I know that love is the ultimate medicine, as I spoke to a doctor today. She knows who I'm speaking about. And that love and that future. Glorious. I often worry about the sad saints. Even today, I want to just share that there's, from Master's perspective, there are only happy saints. Right? Because to know God is to know love. And when I'm talking to you tonight about knowing God, even that's wrong. And not even to how to believe in God. We're not there anymore. We all know that. We feel it. We sense it. I'm talking about the pool out there. It's beautiful. But just talking pool isn't going to get you wet. So I'll be quiet now and save time for the Pat Namaskar and being interactive. I'll go back to silence. Thank you. sheep. I think you do very well with both. I'm not picking on you. I'm not picking up the areas. I think you do both very well. Just wanted to say that.
Namaskar. Namaskar everyone. I'll do a quick intro about Prema Babji and Amy Babaji. Baba was born into a unique family as a twin brother in Germany. His birth mother was a yoga teacher. His father and stepfather were initiated into Kriya Yoga by Roy Eugene Davis, a direct disciple of Master Yogananda. At a young age, Baba read the autobiography of a yogi and practiced meditation and other exercises from the self-realization fellowship lessons. At 20, he was given Shaktipat by Swami Muktananda into Siddha Yoga and led the Siddha Yoga ashram in Mesa. He was initiated into Kriya Yoga by Baba Prema, also a direct disciple of Master, and by Kavi Yogi Raj Manifender. He visited India many times and stayed at many ashrams. Swami Nagananda, Ramana Maharshi, Meher Baba. He was also a student of Dr. Mishra and stayed at the first ashram in America. Dr. Mishra introduced him to levitation. After he saw Sri Babaji in person in 1998, as described in his book The Initiation, he was initiated as a Swami by Swami Nagananda and given the name Prema Baba Swamiji. Baba has performed many miracles as described in his book and today serves by leading others to deepen their experience of God through our satsangs. He married Amy Babji in 2022 and they co-founded the Spiritual Yoga online ashram. Amy co-tutor Aga Swami Amy Kalmananda. Amy is the eldest of her Catholic family. She attended Catholic school and was particularly drawn to the lives of the saints. Saint Francis of Assisi captured her imagination. As a medical social work professional, she served the needs of hospital, hospice, and home health patients. In 1986, Amy was initiated into the Sufi order of the West. She performed Karma Yoga by doing the bookkeeping for the above violin residents. Amy has practiced the leading edge forms of energy medicine and integrative health. Swami Amy was able to help her infant daughter recover from cancer and a heart defect with energy medicine. She began meditating 40 years ago and continues her daily hour-long discipline. She was initiated into the modern order of Swamis in 2021 by Prema Baba Swamiji and given the name Swami Kalmananda.
Thank you, Swami. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for blessing us. So if anybody has any questions, they can ask Swamiji.
I don't know how to derive pi anymore, so. Maybe not every question.
How to control Adi?
Namaste Swamiji. So I'm Sanjesh Kumar. So first time meeting you and I enjoyed the speech you gave. I was listening. In your speech you said about be aware of awareness, be conscious of consciousness. How you really? So in your speech you were telling about mentioning about jnanis and others being aware of awareness and be conscious of consciousness. How you relate it in our present day world, and can you elaborate more on that? Maybe I missed some other part.
I truly believe that the awareness of self, this is Babji's message, is the most fundamental message we need in this time, because once we know our true essence, then instantly in that moment, thoughts of aggression towards others or towards animals, all that stuff drops away. Wars stop. We have enough ways to get food on the planet. That's not a problem. It's because the consciousness is not where it should be. We have to change consciousness. Now, as householders, how do you make it practical in a sense? Because I look at it like this. If you take, Ramana was very uneducated, but he was very sharp. He said, if you take some wood, and you take your tongs and you put it into the paint, and you take it out, right? It's going to have a new color. It's going to have a new color. And then if in the evening you take that and put it back in, that color's going to be even stronger. And what he's saying is that in medical terms, we need to bring the left and the right brain together in complete rest so that the body can heal and that you can discover the soul as well. All of that is just by doing that. So for our householders, I believe there are many simple strategies. This is one. 30 seconds. And my attitude is, thank you. And I just let my mind be quiet. And I hold that feeling. And that's like going into the pain. I come out of it, I'm a little calmer. I have a little more light. My marriage is now a little uplifted because I see the best in them, not the worst, I see the best. I know that we can have a peaceful outcome. And she's meditating too. So it starts, and then the neighborhood changes. I think it's the most practical thing now more than ever. And I think that those that can create the luxury, create the space, it's a necessity now, a 3-day retreat, to take the time to get away, to be selfish with a capital S, because you have to be with the big mind. Otherwise, you're in the ahamkara, you're in that little line, there's nothing wrong with it. I have an elbow, a knee, and I have an ahamkara to interface with the world. It's not bad. But it's the ahamkara that's causing the war, it's causing suffering, because we're little, we don't have respect. I'm little, you're little, you kill you kill me. You know, so we have this predator culture out there. And in the times of darkness, it's the yoga's job, it's India's job, it's the light of this universe, way back, to remove that darkness. And so Sri Mahaprabhu sends his emissaries. He sends his emissaries, he sends his ambassadors to light you, to remind you. It's not that you haven't lit or not lit up or haven't tasted of that light. He's saying go deeper into it. Know it even more deeply, because it's ever new, is what how Master put it. It is ever new joy. So just for tonight, if we get that deep joy, then tomorrow we want to taste it too. And the next day, so that it becomes a habit, so you're dipping into the pain, dipping into the pain. And then your neighbor's going to go, oh, what you, because they're going to want the Shanti too. They want that gratitude toward life. Nobody truly wants to be the pessimist. I mean, really, they raise their hand, oh, I want to be miserable, let's gossip in the office, let's talk about that, let's do, and they're enjoying that. Because that's the small again, that's because they didn't go into the pain, they didn't go into the light. And Babji would say that the darkest times are the best times. Master is not a pessimist. When I was with him, I honestly felt like there wasn't a bone in his body. I felt like he was more plant. When you were with Satya Sai Baba, and you could see sometimes in life, not on video, in real life, how he would pixelate. His energy fields would be around him, right? Or some of you have been to the Tilak, or you've seen Tatwali Baba, or right, you've seen those things. That presence, that silence, not only is it needed now more than ever. The reason it calls you tonight, because of grace, it called you. So, to come into that mandir, that cave of Sri Babaji, he would invite you to set your shoes outside. Take your identity. This is not about the identity, not about male, it's not about female. Leave that outside. It's not about the body. Leave your body outside like a suit, unzip it. Come in naked, come in invisible. the ego aside. The sense of self. How? How do I put my ego aside? Simply for the next few minutes, don't think about the future. It's going to be better than you thought anyway. Don't think about the past. As the Master Christ said, let the dead bury their dead. Get a sense of your identity. Come to the present, right here, to your full presence. And as Master said, in love, come to this in love, feel it. It's okay to feel this thing called life. We don't have to renounce it like some dirty, filthy thing. I'm above life. Enough of the renouncing. Renounce the negative, maybe, okay? And what's left when you let go of the negative? Let go of the limiting. There's a part of you that knows moksha. It says, Baba, tonight my soul, my atma, I want to soar. I realize that's why I'm here. I came with some resistance. Okay, I tried to be open, but I came with resistance. But I feel God touching my heart. And if you want to know God, not believe in God, then soften your heart, soften your body, soften your mind. Because what needs to soften is what needs to go. And then your soul will take flight into its freedom. Now for some, it helps to think of an ocean. And in that thought form of an ocean, make it an ocean of light. And it's an ocean where if you sat at the bottom where it's totally quiet and totally still, you could breathe this ananda, this joy, this bliss that is within, that Master tells us is here. You don't have to imagine it, it's his gift to you, feel it. He's offering it to you. Even the Master Christ said, my joy, my peace that I give unto thee, it's like nothing you'll ever get. It's grace. Take it from love and receive it.
They're not coming.
And during the darshan, if the breath comes in, the eyes are closed, if you're going deeper, watching the light, letting the light, Ishvara, it's called, as we know, a goddess, a god, form of light, appear before you, initiating you tonight in the vibration of Prema, the highest love, discovered and lived by the sages. They bring this love, this light to humanity at this time, offering it as humanity's salvation. They've recruited each one of you to accept this light, be baptized in this light, bathed in this light, accept this light. Please, they ask that you open to the light, open to the love. And what I do in my mind is from my heart, I take a bundle of flowers. I offer it to the feet of the universe. I offer it to Swami Yogananda. And Master would say to God, he would speak like I'm speaking to you. He would say, the door of my heart is open. It's open wide for God. What about your heart for God tonight? Is your heart open wide for these? Or only partly open? Oh, I went to see the Baba, I got something. Yeah, you got a part of something. But that part of something is not good. Baba came to give you the whole. But Baba, I already have it. I have it all. Yes, ego has it all. This is true. And that ego will continue to have more and 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 more, and still won't be happy. Still that ego won't be happy. Because inside, happy is here. And you know it. Say, well, Baba, you don't need to tell me that I know happy's here. Yeah. Our purpose, Mahavadar says, is to go deeper into the life. And let life be expressed fully. So when you sit and meditate and you go into the silence, you deepen your connection, even if for a moment. But when you go into the silence and you feel clean, quiet, clear, you're going to have another thought after that cleanness and that clarity. Offer this love to God. That you have life, you have your sight, you have your family, you have all these gifts and blessings already that you've been provided for by God. So when I say that Shanti is not just peace, it's gratitude. So thank you for what we already have. So you mean, Bobby, it's that simple that enlightenment can be attained by sitting in love? By having a heart of gratitude and openness and thankfulness? And taking time to sit in that light as a commitment to thee and to my children and future generations. To bring India's light, its greatest truths, to the world at this time, into the world. And can I myself be an example when I leave this sacred home tonight? Can I say your name, feel your essence? Can I walk in love? Can I be one with love? Can I radiate love into my marriage? Can I radiate love into my job? I understand that this love is the healer. So when I'm radiating it by sitting, I'm being healed. But you're also healing your community. And people will quickly come to you. They are already, but more, because they need this light. Right? They're coming to you. They need that wisdom.
Thank you, Swami. Swami, I don't know how to start, but thanks for coming here in Memphis and giving us the time to have your darshan, both of you. Personally, I've been going to, Baba, Sai Baba since my childhood, put our feet. After Baba's leaving, I've been going wandering places and places, and I consider everybody like a spark of divinity in everyone, and I really hope to both of you and coming and blessing us. I've been reading the books, whoever gives the books, different spiritual masters' books, and I came to know both of you through Shiva, my friend, and his family. I'm coming to know you more and more. My question is that I also want to meet spiritual masters like Babaji. So I took time, went around the world, starting with southern Indian temples, to see Babaji mostly. I thought in the crowd he would be somewhere, Mahada Babaji. I don't know whether he met me, whether I met him, I never thought. But I went to, then I used to go to Muslim mosques around the world, Christian places, to the Rome and everywhere. As more than 30 over countries. I'm searching for Baba in different form. But I heard you met Babaji and being Karoli Babaji and all your experience. I haven't read it. Is it too much to ask your experience, how you met? Even last year, this time, I took a backpack. I went to Himalayas, walking,
Nice.
almost 2 months.
Nice.
I went to the starting of Ganga, Yamuna, Badrinath, and all that, Kedarnath, higher up. I don't know, I met Babaji, but can I ask for every one of us here? Sorry for my ignorance, but if you had, Babaji, Sai Baba used to tell us that it's without any doubt you see anybody divine, go and prostrate and get their darshan, sparshan and bharshan, 3 things. And we are blessed here to have your darshan, your sparshan and your bharshan. So my small request, humble request is that please give us some your ideas, your experience of meeting this holy personality. Thank you.
I was blessed by Swami Yogananda at an early age too. At age 8, I was reading autobiography of yoga. And I met in the 1970s, and I'll talk about that. I met his last name, his family name was Rao, R-A-O, similar to, I believe, Sarava's family, and I believe they were related and or cousins. I'm not sure. He was a lawyer, and he became a Swami. He's deceased from diabetes. When I first met him, I was standing outside the temple, and I was looking off toward the mountains.
Swami, where was this? Sorry to interrupt.
In Puttaparthi, on the opposite side of the mountain. Okay?
The opposite side of the
Yes.
Chitravali.
Yes.
Administrative.
And he came out the side door, and I was looking at the mountains, and all of a sudden there was a vipassana, an insight, aha. I went, I know who you are. I said, when I was a boy, I would dream and meditate. Sometimes in my dreams you would come to me, and you would wave your hand, and you'd make this candy. It's purple. You'd give it to me, put it on my tongue. I have these mystical, spiritual experiences. He goes, yes, yes, and he waves his hand, and he makes this purple, about like half the size of my thumb, manifests this purple candy, puts it in my mouth. Well, I can't say anything because candy's purple. And I'm sitting there in total, when I can't comprehend, right? So where did it begin? I was fortunate, I was sharing with Shiva earlier. I had the experience of being in Monroe, New York. And I was with Swami, Dr. Mishra, Ramananda Saraswati. And I was sitting next to, can I say elderly? Yeah? I was sitting next to an elderly lady. I was young then, I was in my 20s. She was sitting in lotus next to me. And Dr. Mishra came out, very proud, very dignified, very spiritual being. And he says, income tax. Income tax. And I'm waiting for some great wisdom, right? 3 words. He said 3 other words, and I'm trying to remember what those were, and I don't remember. But I thought, at the second set of 3 words, I thought he was leaving. Or I did, I thought, oh, this guy's nuts. Well, the rest are nuts. They took a burnished tapa stick, I don't know what kind of wood it was made out of, like a British general or commander, and he took that stick and he pointed it right at the hridayam of this elderly lady. And she rose up, hovered, with patience. Not like up and down, like a bounce. I mean, up, my jaw was up, looked at him, looked at her. She comes down, and her head goes dark, her kundalini was awakened, tears are flowing down her eyes, and she's laughing at the same time. And if you didn't know, in our culture, you think, oh, that person just went crazy. They were ready. They were ready. And so it was in that kind of a background that I would come across an ashram, and I was telling some of the gentlemen earlier, my cab driver, we pulled up. Now, there was nobody at this ashram, no one. There was no one selling flowers, there was no incense, there was no cubbyhole for shoes, there was nothing. I get out, and there's a gate, and I look over the gate, and off to my right, in front of me there's a tree, off the left, and to my right there's a temple. And there's a man, very slender, very young, in white, leaning, that's what I mean, he's standing sideways, and he's blessing or waiting, or I don't know whether blessing or waiting, it's like this, I wait, I say, okay, it's a sign to come in. So I turn around, I have my fanny pack on, take it off, I'm leaving it with the driver in the cab. We're very close, we've been on the road together for a month at least, so we know one another. And I go back to the gate, and that man had moved over to the tree about a distance of a soccer field. And there was a jeweler, he was sitting on that jeweler, and there were 12 volumes, like this man, dressed in white like that, with that kind of voice, maybe, sitting there, around him. And again, it was like that lady that did the levitation. My mind shut down. I didn't know what to make of that. In my unusual journey through sadhana, in terms of shutting the mind down, I was also blessed to be trained as a fire walking instructor. You didn't have to walk across coals without being burnt. In my case, all of them. Right? So there's something more than just quieting the mind that yogis are telling us they can develop. You can develop into a superwoman. You can develop into a superman. It's not like we practice it for that to happen, but it's the next step in human evolution. Now, right now we have the animals on this in the kingdom. Okay? And there's not enough of conscious evolution taking place. So we want to turn that tide. So things that have been guarded in India, and for good reason, have been so unattainable. Like it's almost like in Tibet where they give the analogy for, well, when will I attain enlightenment, Father? Well, you see that dove out there? You see that scarf in that dove's beak? And you see Mount Everest? Every time that dove flies by and scrapes the mountain with that scarf, when that mountain is totally gone, then you'll have enlightenment. And I say, we need grace. That's all that's left. Love can do it. I can't do it with my effort. I'm not the best athlete. I'm not the smartest person on the block. But I understand love. That is something I can get behind. And I feel it in you. I feel it in each of you. And it's an honoring. You know, when we say namaste, namaskar, hello, I guess, but namaskar, more respectful, obviously. It's because we don't just think it. We're that. We see the singularity. We see the invisible made manifest sitting in front of us. None of us know tomorrow, I said, will be brighter. But none of us don't know when we're at that final moment when we transit and we're with God. And we're taught that if we don't get that part of our lives together, then we open ourselves up to rebirth, more suffering, etc., etc., etc. Now I love life, and I don't mind birth. But the Buddha, when he looked at the world, he made a prayer that all of the suffering would end. Isn't that the case? Babji says, well, Buddha was a rich kid. He's a prince. What does he know? Babji said, well, stop all that suffering nonsense. He said, why can't the world be filled with love? Why can't the day as Sai Baba said, begin with the love, end with the love? Because it can. So we don't need complicated formulas and shastras and all those things. Yes, we do, but you know what I'm saying? What we need is to return to love. When I was in India, what I learned from the Indian peoples, the poorest were the most giving. If you were hungry, they would feed you. If you went to their home, they'd give you their bed. I didn't know it was their bed. So I'm in your country, I need to know where this ashram is. Sure, let me help you. They go 10 miles. Then they're going to walk back. I come to America, I'm dressed as a Swami, I need some directions, I'm in a 5-star hotel. Come down on Fifth Avenue. And I say to the doorman, how do I get to, what do I look like, pal? Street lamp? I left India, I see the plane takes off, it goes, and I don't know when I'll see her again. And I look down and I see the green, the rice fields. And then the plane, hours later, is landing in Los Angeles. And it's coming in, and I look out to see the future of the Great West. And I look down to see the rice and the green, and all I see is concrete and freeways. And the West is the So the superior nation with all its technology and weapons and so what I learned from India wasn't in a book. And in any way that you can support a message of love, just telling people others about us and what you felt. You felt nothing? Well, I don't feel anything. But I think he was sincere in his love. You feel that, then Babji is most grateful. And if you need a blessing, you don't have to come up. If you come up, I'm sure he'll give a blessing to you and your family. But if you can't come up before others, that's fine too. If you go home later tonight and you just go to the God of your heart, that one, and say, you know, I was there tonight, I heard a message, maybe I'm not talking to you enough. And if that helps you and you're alone and you can open your heart in that way and reconnect and get back with the community and bring your love and light with a new passion, and let's spread it together. And if I can help you in any way spread that light, I'm here. Any way that I can help your families go deeper into self-realization or God-realization. And if your family is suffering, you have someone who's hurting, bring them. Let them be touched, let them be blessed. Miracles are not mine. There are plenty of miracles that you've seen them yourselves, they're His. And as miracles happen, they're His. And all praise be to Sri Babji. And all praise be to you. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
From our hearts to yours. Om